Necesitamos estampillas posables.
You are now tuned in to your number one radio station.
Violent people.
Radio.
All right, welcome to Violent People Radio, episode 80. I am one of your hosts, Sam. With me, per Rice. Dan, how you doing?
Doing fantastic.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. And also, we got Chris. Chris, how are you doing?
I am doing okay.
It is okay to hear it. And with us, after Pat has officially decided to retire, because of the retirement of Brinley Reece. Actually, I'm not clear on if she retired or is just quitting the World Wrestling Federation.
Seems like
Anywho, retired. So he's also retiring in solidarity. So I get that. But in their stead, Orchid. How are we?
Yeah. Hanging in there.
All right. High energy episode. Before we started this podcast, we decided to me and Dan were talking about some big news in the world of professional wrestling, and that is the 2CW Patreon, was just launched after, which is really unfortunate news in a lot of ways, because this is the entire reason why Bob Collins would not let me show up to his house with a hard drive and a DVD player to rip all of his 2CW DVDs.
I went to the trouble of finding his address without him even giving it to us.
I realize my wife could probably do that. Yeah. So they just got your address out there.
Did you show up unannounced?
I mean, who's gonna stop you?
I mean, we announced it. I announced it over Facebook, Twitter, and Discord that I wanted what he had.
Yeah, fair. Close enough.
But as soon as this Justin Parker fella, who's previously worked at 2CW, said, I am OG, when I posted the 2CW fan cast forum on Facebook, hey, how do I watch the 2CW? Bob Collins said, you don't need me. This guy's got it. Which was ridiculous. Because they have so far posted 13 shows. So 10% of 2CW shows are out on the archive right now. And they don't have the first one.
They don't
have the first one.
How do you not put the first one up first?
They don't have it.
They just don't even have it.
They just physically don't have it.
That's wild.
So that's a lot. But you know what? Kudos to them, because they're not just doing shows. They're also uploading some wrestler interviews. Like, they did an hour-long chat with Slick Wagner Brown. I don't know about the wrestling Patreon game. Are more promotions doing it these days? Like active promotions or?
Well, AIW is weird because they have the Patreon, but they also have the YouTube membership, and they're basically the same thing. I think the Patreon also gets you, like, you can buy tickets early and you get show announcements early and things like that.
That's pretty chill.
I'm looking at this first 2CW show. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches. I think I know 3 of these wrestlers.
What are the three?
I know. I might be saying it wrong. I only know this person because you told me about them. Isis Efix.
Okay. Isis Effects.
Yep, there it is. That makes more sense. Jason Axe. And,
Jason Axe, yeah.
Matt Hyson, aka Spike Dudley.
Okay, you know who K-Push is. Don't tell me you don't know who K-Push is.
Oh, I do know who these guys are.
Come on. Come on.
I do not. I tell you, I do not know who Zachary Springate III is.
Okay. Yeah. So
who is the other half of the main event against Spike Dudley?
Okay. Yeah. So Springate got trained by who trained
Killer Kowalski.
Yeah. So he sets up a training school in upstate New York in a mall in Syracuse, essentially. And that is where pretty much all of the future 2CW wrestlers more or less come from. Either from New England or from this school.
I did sign up for the free version of the Patreon in the last 2 seconds. And I think what sold me, I'm about to hit the $5, is because apparently one of the posts here is follow-up from Sandman. Officially confirmed that he does not remember falling asleep at a 2CW show in 2008, where he says, quote, "You right, I was shit-faced, don't remember any of that." So they just got $5 of my money.
One of the legendary moments in 2CW history where Sandman fell asleep in the middle of the ring at a show.
Okay, I'm a little mad because you told me that a year subscription was $60. That's just math. $5 a month or $60 for the year is. I thought they'd be knocking a few dollars off or something.
No, definitely not. Hey, can they even do that on Patreon? Who's to say?
I don't know how Patreon works.
I don't either, Dan.
I tried.
We made $20. And that was it.
I know we don't know how it works.
It does seem like there's only one tier, but two different types of payment. You could do 1 year for $60 or 1 month for $5. There's also a custom number of months. I don't know how many that would buy, like what that cost would be on that one. So, wait, this is for gifting. This is for gifting. My apologies for gifting. I don't know what happens in other scenarios.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if I'm trying to do it myself, there's a chance. Maybe I could have. My membership. Nope. No idea. Anyway, $5 a month for the best promotion in upstate New York history. Can't really beat it.
Now, I will say they've been up in their YouTube game too.
Oh, have they?
They've been posting on YouTube a lot. Now, I will say
some excitement.
It doesn't have a link to the Patreon. It just says there is a Patreon, which seems like a miss.
I think it's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool.
It says I can subscribe on YouTube, which is not. Oh, I guess I can. Oh, I thought I can subscribe, like the free subscribe on YouTube. I thought they had like a thing. They don't. Or want to see full 2CW shows? Subscribe to 2CW Archive on Patreon today. No link, no information except that. I guess they're figuring Google it.
Yeah, do that.
Oh,
anyway, this is crazy. There's like no views in any of this. It's perfect.
I am. I'll tell you right now. I am 1 view on like every single one of these.
And you're one of 9 people to watch Jerry the King Lawler versus Jimmy Jam Olsen.
I mean, if you're ready for me to launch into what I've been watching, that's the best match.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
That's the best match I watched since I've recorded, and I think that's early December. So that's like a month.
Yikes.
You said you thought it was Jimmy Olsen's best match. There's no chance it's not.
Okay.
It's so good.
Some people are
gonna what?
Unbelievable.
I'm never gonna know what some people are gonna do. But Jimmy Olsen. I mean, it's Sam. What do you expect? I mean, it's just good classic 2000 Lawler where Jimmy Olsen is like a prick and he gets the upper hand, but then Lawler punches the shit out of him. And there's lots of stalling, lots of gaga. And It's just really, really good stuff. And I will say, I was telling Sam, I've watched three. I think I've watched 4 of these, but I didn't write anything down for one. So I've watched
Can
3.
you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. What were you saying about Jimmy
So
Olsen?
people are going to say Equinox versus Vingerard.
That's stupid.
Car.
This match is
People
better.
love that match.
This match is better. People like Vingerard too much at all.
On every facet of his dealings. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. I will say the match they uploaded before this is Samoa Joe versus Eddie Edwards in their only single match. And I'll say, if for some reason you're sitting here and you're going, who's the better wrestler, greatest wrestler of all time, Samoa Joe or Jerry Lawler? Jerry Lawler's 2CW match is so much better than the Samoa Joe 2CW match. Is there more Lawler? I mean, I guess I could have looked this up. Is there more Lawler in 2CW?
Not to my knowledge. Well, there probably is. Like, he's probably on at least 2 more shows. But, like, this was Jimmy Olsen's thing in 2CW. Like, he was working at Memphis Heel gimmick for a lot of it.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's like, even like Lawler's best match of 2010, because I feel like that guy was having crazy matches in the 2000s. So who knows? But it's crazy that it was this good, and it was so much better than the Samoa Joe match. The other 2CW match that I watched that I wrote down was, definitely Lawler faced, that's the same year as the Miz TLC match and the Nick Gage match, so it's definitely not his best of 2010, but still, great stuff. But I watched the opener from the 2CW reunion from last year, Olderer, Fatterer, Balderer, between Rich Swann and Don Freeze.
Okay, tell me about it.
Now, is this show on the archive? Because I just found a fan cam of this match.
I don't think so. They have posted the Jeff Hardy concert.
Oh my god, of course.
Sorry. Just songs from the concert. And that's it.
Because Cage Match says this aired on YouTube.com, but I couldn't find the whole show. But this was great. I think Rich Swann is an asshole. How do you not put over Don Freeze?
Oh, I was like, the one time Dan calls someone out, this is what we're doing?
I'm just saying, it's the 2CW Memorial Reunion show. It's the opener. You want to get the crowd going, and you fucking beat Don Freeze. And then in the main event, you beat Mike Skyros. Why don't you just fucking burn the territory to the ground?
Well, it's already burned.
It's already burned. But I'm just saying, this felt like when we talked about, the Lucha Meme show when they bring in the CMLL guys. Because you got, Cloudy ate a fall, Cheech ate a fall. What are we doing? At least Swicklander Brown won.
At least.
But I'm not sure I'm going to give $5 to 2CW. I might just keep watching all the YouTube. Just be me and these 7 other guys are just going to keep watching all these YouTube videos they're putting up. There's some Violent People Radio YouTube numbers.
It's not great. It's like pretty bad, pretty rough.
These aren't small names. It's like Jerry Lawler, Samoa Joe, John Morrison.
This channel's been live a month. That's where we're at.
I will say I got worried because you said you think John Morrison's in, what did you say, 2 of the top 5 2CW matches of all time? Now, one of them isn't John Morrison versus Johnny Gargano versus Matt Cross, is it?
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay, but that got posted, and I was like, that's crazy. I skipped that one. I haven't watched it yet because I like myself. But Sam says it's one of the best matches in company history. It's on the watch later list. Oh man.
Sammy Callahan.
Oh, that makes sense. Especially coming from you. Other random YouTube stuff I watched, because we've been talking about him on the Discord a lot, and he's been, in the zeitgeist. Cleveland All Pro Wrestling posted, which is really just John Thorne, posted Chris Hamrick versus Christopher Daniels versus Toby Klein. And it's such a weird 3-way match because they do like all the stupid, Christopher Daniels 3-way like spots where they all kip up and they're up their fists and they do all that little, all that bullshit that's really stupid. But then also it's Toby Klein and Chris Hamrick. So there's also just like a chair pretty pretty heavily involved. It's like 12 minutes. It's really fun. It's really, really random. I couldn't figure out when it was from because John Thorne is also really good at the YouTube. He just posts these matches with no information. So if they're not on Cage Match, you just have to guess. It's for a title of some kind. And then I was hoping that Pat would be here, but he's a coward to quit because I wanted to talk to him about.
He's mourning.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to him about the main event of GCW Do or Die. This was their New Year's Eve show in a 6 feet under death match. It was Priscilla Kelly and Shotzi Blackheart. And I'm gonna blow you guys' mind. This was better than the MLW version of the match.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, this was a step up from that, if you can
You're
believe
a
it.
big dog in court like this?
I hate to say, I don't want to be the one to say it, but it's true. It's really cool because it's a New Year's Eve match, and they fuck up the countdown. They do a countdown till midnight, and then I would say 20 to 30 seconds after that, the wrestlers act as if it's midnight, and they drink champagne, and one of them spits it on the other one or something. And then after the match, they do another countdown to midnight.
No.
Where all the
Can't do
fans get
that.
involved. Yeah, there's basically 3 countdowns. It's really stupid. Not sure why I watched it, but I did. I also watched. Are you guys are also keeping? I know you're keeping up with GCW. You guys are also keeping up with CZW because they had a world heavyweight title match. Aaron Ash, their champion, versus Drake Younger. How familiar you guys are with Aaron Ash?
Just from his appearance at Tournament of Death.
Yeah, but he's been the champion now for almost 2 full years. And if you've never seen this guy, he has this. He's basically a black man with the same physique as DJ Hyde, and that's kind of how he wrestles. And of course, he goes over Drake. It's really depressing, because he doesn't even wrestle like a fun big fat guy. He's just a big fat guy who. The scariest spot of the match is when he jumps off the apron to the floor. I'm just like staring at the man's knees, and he survives somehow. I was a little worried about him. This is building to some kind of match between whoever is Aaron Ash's stable, which is like Troy Parker and some other guy I don't know, against Drake Younger and a returning Schlack. So we got lots of big time stuff happening there. I watched Santo's retirement match. I was really disappointed because I thought it would be like LA Park like walk and brawl with like some embarrassing spots. I thought it'd be overly long and stupid, but it's kind of not that long and more of just like a park comedy match. And then Elio DeSanto goes over Fishman. And it's just, I don't know. It's almost like I wanted it to be so bad that it would be worth mentioning. And it's just nothing. It's just, like I said, it's just a park comedy match with, Ultimo Dragon and Elio DeSanto coming in to do their little spots as slowly as they can. You see step. I watched. Impressive as another Sam match I watched.
We're crushing it tonight.
Against the Pain. In just like one of the best, like that's just one of the best 3-man group you can get. It's basically a squash. I think between Mike Payne, Don Gallows, and Carl Anderson, there is one bump. And shockingly, it's Gallows. He takes one bump off of giving a suplex. Outside of that, none of these men leave their feet. They squash these guys, and then a bunch of, I think it's at a school, but I know it's like for that religious promotion, Hope Ministries or whatever. So eventually, a bunch of, it seems like, teachers or preachers come out, and it's just a lot of nonsense. The only other thing that I watched I want to make sure I mention was Sage Phillips versus Eric Dillinger in a dog collar match from House of Heat Pro Wrestling. This
Okay.
kind of fucking ruled. These guys beat the piss out of each other, and then the stuff that really popped to me is there's a table there. They're brawling around the ring, and there's a table in the back with a flat screen TV on it that they've been having a 50-50 raffle for all night, and the guys use it as a weapon. And one of the announcers goes, "That's the raffle prize." and I really hope it's a shoot, and I hope that they give whoever won just this destroyed TV that they used as, a chair, and then they used as a door to lay across some tables, or some chairs used as a table, and just lots of good stuff. I mean, they bled all over the place. The dog collar came off Eric Dillinger, and to the point where I don't know if it was on purpose or not, because they just ran with it, and all the spots still made sense. And this is probably the second best thing I watch. I mean, this is worth going out of your way. It's on YouTube for free, so. But yeah, besides that, I watched a lot of stuff that we'll be talking about in the future for a certain award show. But outside of that, nothing really worth mentioning.
Seems like a lot. Seems like a lot. All right. Orchid. Tell us what you've been watching.
Yeah. I will admit, I think we started a little early. I was, I'm always eager to please my people. I was in the middle of watching Southern Fried Championship Wrestling's Endgame 2025 before we hopped on the call. Is it Southern Fried Champion Wrestling? Is that what it is? I might be getting the C wrong there. I know that's one of y'all's
Southern Fried Championship Wrestling.
That's it. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it?
No.
What's me neither. Yeah, I was in the middle of watching the main event of the Endgame. I think their big go home show for the year. But unfortunately, I don't have anything to say besides that looks fun because we started a little bit earlier than I initially anticipated we would. In terms of what I have been watching, putting together my list of what I need to catch up on to make sure that I feel like I did a full kind of scrape of the landscape to do my VP 2025. So I'm kind of piecing away, trying to do 2 or 3 matches a day for the next couple of months with some folks who I haven't watched enough that I know I want to put on there in some way, shape, or form. One person that I watched a ton of over the last couple of days was Chanoya. Had a lot of fun with those matches. One that really got me going was against Mai Sakurai at Marigold's New Year's Golden Garden, which was a pretty terrible match, generally speaking, but had some of the worst work shoot headbutts I've seen in all of Joshi all year. So big ups to those 2 queens for that in that regard. So yeah, that was kind of where I'm started in terms of the deep dive. Unfortunately, I'm catching up on a lot of DPW, which I only say unfortunately because it was just but yeah, exactly. And yeah, I as much as I hate saying goodbye to the indies, great one. Yeah, why not do a swan song to those matches? Worst match I watched so far from DPW was, I want to say, it involved Starboy Charlie. I think it might have been against Jake something. I can't remember who it was, but I did watch that and thinking, I don't know, maybe Dan's on to something with this promotion. Which I'm sure my opinion on that will change after I have to squeeze in 8 more of their shows in 3 months. I'm sure I'm going to feel really happy about that. So that's what I've been doing in terms of kind of catch up work. two things that I've been watching, or that I did make sure that I did catch, was I did a lot of the U retirement tour. Like tour is like the wrong word, but like the last couple of matches that she was kind of doing. So I caught the one against the Cosmic Angels, Natsupoi and Sarunoi, and the match where they dropped the title, spoiler apologies, against the banana thing. I'm not going to get that right. Russell Purist' 2024 Tag Team of the Year. I'm sure they're all big Sendai Girl fans in that community, and definitely dove deep into that promotion. Shots fired. And then I also watched the retirement match itself, her retirement match against Chihiro Hashimoto, which was great. My wife was present for that. She's a big Chihiro fan, so she was really happy to see that. That was her first time like watching like anyone's retirement match, but especially like a Japanese retirement ceremony. So she was just like really giddy about like seeing all the people that like she's been like slowly coming to love, like step into a ring and like give you like Starbucks gift card and a flower and a set of flowers. And then on top of that, tried to do some of the bigger shows for Puro over the last couple of weeks. Did the Stardom Dream Queendom, couple matches on there. Really enjoyed Sari Natsupoi. I'm definitely Poi Tribe, as we all know. So really, I mean, though I do think that was just generally speaking just a really fucking solid match, even if you're not as high on either of them. Natsupoi is such a good bumper and getting her ass kicked when she's like locked in. So that kind of worked out really well. I probably graded a lot higher than a lot of folks around here did. And then, enemy of the state, or to me, as lately, Saya Kamatani. Having to sit through two of her matches in a 6-day period really solidified how little I feel, how little credit I give to her as a wrestler. To quote what Justice said in the Discord this week, that she wrestles like her life goal is to main event a Progress show. Which I think was one of the funniest things I've heard. But I had a question for y'all, to the group. Did any of y'all watch all of Wrestle Kingdom, including Sai versus Yuri?
I did watch Wrestle Kingdom.
I did not watch. I only watched 2 matches from it.
All right,
You did a whole review and only watched 2 matches?
And neither of them were as good as Jimmy Olsen versus Jerry Lawler.
Oh yeah, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. I watched 0% of the show.
Nice. Great job, y'all. Chris, I got a question for you, though. On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you rank, how close do you think Saya Kamatani versus Yuri was to Don Fry and Takayama?
11.
Oh, yeah, totally. Well, you and Brian Alvarez are right in line. He and Vinny on their review show spend 5 minutes comparing.
Shut the fuck up.
Nope.
Some of our iTunes reviews say that exact thing about Chris. Wow. Like having Brian Alvarez in my ears.
Yeah, I got a big kick out of that one, though. They said it was the hardest striking exchange match they've seen all year, and I was tickled to my core on that, and immediately went to unsubscribe from the podcast.
It's not even the hardest striking match on the show.
It's like the least hardest, right? I mean, it's just Saya Kamatani trying to do sports entertainment, high spots. I mean, it was a grand old fucking nothing to me. I mean, I thought the match fucking sucked. Yeah, I couldn't get enough of that. Lots of love for Aaron Wolf. Adored his beautiful soft body. Another Davism. He was kind of like body shaming Aaron Wolf, which seems insane to me because as soon as he took his pants off, me and my wife were kind of besides ourselves looking at all that man. And then the main on that. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I love Aaron Wolf. I love that match.
yeah, I can't wait to kick it over to you and let you talk about that in a second. And yeah, the main, I thought, I'm not somebody who really, I mean, I think like New Japan is like kind of the reason like why I'm like chatting with you all today. Like without like JR doing Wrestle Kingdom, I'm probably like never even like I'm not watching wrestling as deep as I am these days. So like even with that said though, like as much as I appreciated Tanahashi's work, like I don't think I really like kind of like valued it the way I probably should have until that match. And I think like really like kind of watching that, like recognizing that like that era of wrestling is like closing for fucking ever. It really made me like feel like really like retrospective and just kind of be like, wow, I absolutely took this guy for granted for 10 years. I don't know still like where I'd rank him in terms of like a GWE, but I at least know full well that like yeah, I definitely in terms of like input and output, that guy definitely, man, he'll make anyone look good, and that I think yeah, I mean I haven't been that moved by a match. I was screaming when he hit that fucking terrible why. It was just fucking delightful. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of been what I've been doing. I am really excited to get out this call and fire up the Southern Fried wrestling now. I really like pleasing my boys.
That's what I like to hear. That's right.
We know.
Chris, what are you watching?
Yeah, so we just want to get into the Wrestle Kingdom 20 in Tokyo Dome.
Show everyone's been watching.
Yeah, so it really is like a 3-match show. Everything before the Aaron Wolf match is like you don't need to watch really any of that. As much as I love the Rambo, the format with it being like the 6-man title, this Rambo, get the fuck out of here with that. That is disrespectful to a great tradition. Like the United Empire match, was just a match that got a bunch of guys on the show, and it was cool to see roided up Andrade. But like it's a pretty standard New Japan multi-man tag. You're seeing too much of the guys you don't want to see and not enough of the guys you want to see. And the surprise wrestler was Jake Lee, and I have no time for that. It was a totally like acceptably worked match, but nothing that like, oh damn, this is Wrestle Kingdom right now. Like it didn't feel like that. And I guess the inmates really did not care for the junior heavyweight 4-way, because for the most part they hate the house. But I thought it was another like perfectly acceptable match that got guys, specifically El Desperado, on the show, and I don't mind House of Torture interference, so I thought it was just A-okay. But yeah, pretty nothing undercard. But then you get to the debut of Aaron Wolf, that beautiful, majestic man, against the King of Darkness, Evil. And
Another beautiful, majestic man.
That is absolutely correct. And I was like, my heart sank at the start of the match when they just immediately go into forearms. And I was like, shit. But it got better from there. I'm fine. I mean, it's a never open weight match, so they have to do forearms at some point. It's in the contract. And like Wolf's strikes looked solid, and it like he was laying them in pretty well, and Evil was selling really well. Evil does a great job making Aaron Wolf look as good as possible. There's some very fun House of Torture interference. I thought like Fale coming in and throwing the table around was awesome. Exactly the boost the show needed. And yeah, I am very optimistic to see Aaron Wolf going forward. He's in the New Japan Cup. I will be watching him.
Is that announced? He's in the New Japan Cup?
I thought I saw the lineup and he was there.
Fuck yeah, love that. Would you say you don't think he was carried in that match though, do you? Like I
No.
thought he looked fucking fantastic.
No, like Evil is like definitely going like really working hard to sell for him, but like he's laying in those strikes really well, and he's looking good. Like I don't think it's a carry job at all. Like it's just a really really fun match that even like it's like the Tanahashi match last year that even people who hate the House of Torture are just like, damn, that was really fun. And yeah, I think Wolf has a lot of promise, and yeah, he is in the New Japan Cup, right in the middle of the poster. Beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Tsuji versus Takeshita was very very good New Japan style title match. Tsuji is a guy who has at times, like on his rise, looked really promising and like he could be one of the guys in New Japan going forward, and other times he's just like looked like dog shit and really boring. But like I really enjoyed this. Takeshita looked great. It really felt like a coronation for Tsuji, and like for a show that was main evented by the Tanahashi retirement, like the first of the young guys to get a coronation felt very apt. Unfortunately, Jake Lee was there right after the match to take the wind out of the sails, but like I thought Yoda looked very good. I don't think this was a carry job either. But Takeshita was awesome. Like I think Takeshita is another guy that like he's obviously great when he wants to be, but sometimes he's just dicking around out there. And he had the working boots on, and it was lovely. But yeah, the highlight of the show, as someone who's never been, like Tanahashi has never been my guy. Like when I started watching New Japan, it was AJ Styles and Nakamura and Naito were my guys. And like I always preferred Okada to Tanahashi, but this was just a really like great retirement match. It was like it was just beautiful, great like tribute to their entire feud and Tanahashi's career, and one of the better matches in that series in my opinion. And I mean, even match quality aside, just the outpouring of having the retirement with Shibata and Naito and Ibushi waddling out and Omega was like that's awesome. Even if you're like you can be the biggest Tanahashi hater on the planet, but like seeing that you're just like that's pro wrestling. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, and the way way he lost his emotion when Shibata came out too is what just
Yeah.
completely unable to keep it together. So delightful. Dudes rock.
Yeah, so like total nothing of an undercard. This won't be like this will be far from the greatest Wrestle Kingdom ever. But it will be remembered for what it needs to be remembered, which is the Tanahashi retirement and the semi-main. And then when Aaron Wolf goes into the Hall of Fame, we'll remember it for that reason too. This is where he debuted.
I'm sure I could find out this answer on my own, but what's going on with Sonata? Because I looked up the poster to see beautiful Aaron Wolf, and he is right in the center. But underneath it, everyone's going Sonata ? Sonata.
Sonata is potentially leaving New Japan or taking a break from New Japan. Basically all of the Naito guys seem like they might be taking a break from New Japan, and no one's really sure like if this is like a work or a shoot or something, but it seems like Sonata especially is going to be taking time away from the company. And so people questioning are just like waiting to hear more on that front. He is also in the New Japan Cup though.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm looking at the poster of that. That's what people are asking.
Yeah, they just announced that he'd be out indefinitely. My suspicion is he'll be at Soft Ground Wrestling by mid-February, but don't quote me on that.
I wasn't done with New Japan there. I watched the top 2 matches of New Year's Dash. The junior heavyweight tag match was like, it's 7 minutes. They're just going the entire time. Kind of reminiscent of a shorter version of what you would expect like the junior opener for a Wrestle Kingdom show to be, but it's on New Year Dash and it's very short and it's pretty nothing. But the main event, which is a tag title match between the Knockout Brothers of Oscar and Yuto Ice versus Ryohei Oiwa and Zack Sabre Jr. was phenomenal. Yuto Ice is the only Ice I respect. This was like one of the best matches. Like taking the emotion out of the main event for Wrestle Kingdom, which you really can't. This might be the best match between the two shows. Is just a phenomenally worked tag team match. Zack Sabre Jr., who really had nothing to do on Wrestle Kingdom proper because he was just in the 6-man tag Rambo. He's working like this is his Wrestle Kingdom here in Oda City General Gymnasium. He's phenomenal. I love the Knockout Brothers. They've got so much swag. Ryohei Oiwa, I haven't watched in forever, but I've always been a fan of him since like he was a young lion, and then he was in Noah for a while, and then like him and Kaito were one of the only redeeming qualities of Noah for a minute. And yeah, just a phenomenally worked tag match. If you're into the New Japan style, if you want to see what our good friend Zack Sabre Jr. is up to, this is a really great start to his year after putting on so many like strong years the past couple. So he is still one of the best, if not the best, like night to night worker in New Japan, and it was really great to see that match. Other than that, I have been doing a little more 2025 catch up. Watched some Lucha Memes and some Zona 23. The August 17th Lucha Memes Chiro Bill show. Matches you should watch from that are Cachorro de Guerra versus Magnetico, which is a blast. Demus versus Judas El Traidor, which isn't as good as it could be, but still has plenty of fun moments. And then Avisman versus Rey Espartano. And I've said my piece on Avisman being one of the best in the world, maybe the best quote-unquote technical wrestler out there. And Rey Espartano just gets better and better every time I see him. And this was a joy. Zona 23, I watched the August 10th show, which is pretty good top to bottom, with notable exception of the Pigs versus Rhinos match towards the beginning. It's better than most Pigs versus Rhinos matches you'll ever see. But because like being in the Junkyard is more in line of what you want to see from them, and they do a little bit more gnarlier than just like working the laziest walk and brawl you've ever seen. And there is still some of that, but they have a few more sick bumps than a lot of Pigs and Rhinos that I have put myself through in the last 12 months plus. But I mean, Centurion versus Flystar is great. Jitsu versus, no idea how to pronounce it, Talalok versus Valak is very fun. Hoot of the Year candidate of Dementa Extreme and Paimon versus Maquaro and Waisin El Perro. I mean, watching Maquaro tag with a guy in a dog costume and they're working a really gnarly Junkyard brawl. Like there's obviously plenty of like slapstick deathmatch wrestling here, but there's also just real gnarly stuff. Like I love Waisin El Perro, one of the truly great gimmicks going in Mexico. Like I have no idea how this guy is fucking doing 619s and shit wearing a whole ass fursuit, but he's doing it and it's really sick. I love watching a big costume dog head get hit with the skewers. That's beautiful to me. There's also a really sick Amnesia and Sieber versus Lunatic Extreme and Venganza match. Main event is Osiris versus Wotan, which is very short, but very fast-paced, and Wotan gets some good blood. And then the September 21st Zona show, which is Homenage Extremo a Pagano, because Pagano is in the main event, and you need to pay tribute to him before WWE makes him lose everything that's special about him. And it's nice to see him work in a real promotion like Zona 23. Very fun main event with him and Sick Boy versus Amnesia and Cyberpunk. Another fun, fast Osiris match against Venganza. Los Diabolicos versus Leviathan and Paimon is a good old time. One of the great Mr. Condor blade jobs of the year. Centurion, Flystar, and Jitsu versus Lunatic Extreme, Ovet Jr. and Superboy. gets into shoot territory at the end. Lunatic Extreme is just like beating the dog shit out of Centurion at one point. It's crazy. And like the other matches on the show are very fun as well. Just a very, very good time if you want to watch some deathmatch wrestling. Two very fun shows. Maybe Zona's two best shows of the year that I've seen. So, good time watching the wrestling this year, this week. Like, really enjoyed almost everything I watched outside of the first half of Wrestle Kingdom. And Sam's not even here. What the fuck?
Yeah, Sam doesn't give a shit.
Oh, was that me?
I can tell you.
Again?
Yeah, it's time for you to talk
Damn
about
it.
some wrestling.
I gotta talk about wrestling now.
I mean, I'm
Frickin'
sure you
dude.
watched a whole bunch.
I watched an absolute ton. Watched Shinya Aoki versus Keigo Nakamura from February. Ass. Watched El Desperado versus Jun Kasai versus Masashi Takeda from March. Ass.
No, that one is
Watched-
ass.
There you go. There we go. How do you pronounce Xelhua?
No, skip it. Don't. No, I'm so tired of you fucking slandering that man. Go to the next match.
Sorry, him versus Hechicero from Galley. It's fine. Higuchi versus Aoki from May. It's actually great. Sorry, can't say this one's ass.
All right. Oh,
Now we're talking. Now we're
I
talking.
have a feeling where I'm figuring out where you're getting these matches from.
Yeah, Damus versus Fishman ass. Mad Dog. Sorry. That was a little bit of a bet. That was a little bit.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't know. People haven't seen blood before, whatever. Now Mad Dog versus Dom Guarini. That's a match. That's a match.
Best
Hey,
Mad
you
Dog
weren't
match
wrong.
of the year.
You weren't lying. You were a truth teller, which I appreciate. It's not
Though I
always
haven't
the case.
seen the Stevens match, but this is my favorite Mad Dog match of the year.
We don't need to. I think we can safely assume it's not as good.
I'm feeling okay saying it. Yeah.
I watched a lot of CMLL. Otherwise, if I'm being honest, it was just I pay the good people at CMLL $35 a month, so I can just inject it into my veins whenever I see fit, and I'm seeing fit right now. CMLL, good wrestling promotion. You heard it here first. Nothing in part. The only match today that kind of came up as, this is like the first like great match I've seen from CMLL this year was from February 4th. Dragon de Fuego, and Volcano versus Cancer Barrero, Luciferno, and Virus. And it rocks. It's great. You have like a really extended opening mass sequence with Virus and Fuego, which rules. But Volcano and Cancerbero are just two of my fave dudes. Volcano just so freaking big in comparison to everyone. I love it. He's got the juice. But no, otherwise, like, it's just a good wrestling promotion. Half my list when it comes to the VP 100 will probably just be CMLL guys. Showa being like, I don't know, 17th to 20th best CMLL wrestler. So excited for that. Excited for that to unfold. That's kind of it. Dan, kick us off. What's the big top this week?
First off, that's not how the show works.
What do you mean?
we talk about what's happened on the site, and we haven't recorded in so long. There's
Shit.
actually a fuck ton of
Wow.
stuff that happened.
We got so much stuff.
This is going to be
Alright,
another 30 minutes. The first thing that happened was some asshole wrote about how the Indies aren't dead, and then some fucking blog sent 4,000 people to our site.
Wait, sorry, what?
You wrote when you wrote despite what you heard, the Indies are not dead.
Yeah,
That did some numbers. That did numbers,
I
and
did
that's because
numbers.
of
All right.
I think it did numbers. I can look it up, but I remember we got. I don't know if you want me to say numbers. But we got
That's what
a
the
lot
kids
of
call
traffic.
aura farming.
We got a lot of traffic from that whatever that blog was. The GWH News and Notes.blogspot.com sent almost 50% of the hits you got on that one, and that is the most read thing outside of the homepage.
There we go.
So you're fucking killing
Georgia
it.
wrestling history. Yeah.
Yeah,
look at that.
that's what the people want.
Yeah.
And it tells you what it's about in the title.
That's actually a thing I'm really big on.
I know.
You're really good.
I know.
You're really
That's
good
one
at
of.
it.
I hate to yell at people. Sometimes people fucking retitle this shit, and it's like people don't know what they're reading. That's really funny.
No.
That's skipping ahead, but I don't. I didn't know if you ever even actually read that. My official.
I didn't. I did assume it was a bit of a review, but that it didn't contain the content of a review.
I reviewed it. It's the first thing I wrote.
No, I know. I read it after the fact, after
Oh,
I
okay.
posted it, and I was like, I don't know if we should have posted this font choice that Dan's rocking.
I will let you know when I went to Canva and I searched up Tokyo that I took
No.
out some things. I took out some things that
the
I
first
found
mistake.
problematic from this. Yeah, this had some caricatures that I was like, well, I can't use those.
Oh my god.
I kept the font, but I was like, I can't use these people they have in this picture. I got to throw up Lex Luger or something.
What else is about on the site?
Shit. Let's see. We got Koro's had, since we last recorded, 3 recommended matches roundup, including the best sub 10-minute matches of 2025 and the 20 Central matches. There's
Lots of
been some episodes. There's been at least one episode of Deep Dive. I think 2 Q&TR, and we have some kind of new like Toucan, CanCon, whatever.
Toucan Sam.
Toucan Sam. I'm just being a dick. It's Cole and Fool. They're to talk about They talk about Wrestle Kingdom. I guess if you didn't get enough from me, and I don't think it's Con Air either.
Oh shit.
Oh, something kind of fucking huge happened. Chris posted the link to vote in the 2025 VP 100s. That's a big deal.
It's a very big deal.
How
You
many
should go vote now.
ballots do you have so far?
Unless someone submitted while we are recording, there are 9 right now.
Wow. It could be the change.
Yeah. Talking Tourneys returned, and it was a real professional production.
You talked the hell out of that tourney.
Good friend Pat was on that one. That's so fun. I'm gonna do a little insight into my life. And had a stroke, and then kind of like, I don't know if unlocked or just like exposed to us that she has like pretty bad. She's home. They fixed it all, but her like she has like really bad dementia or Alzheimer's. Are still doing tests, but she can't remember shit. She can't be left at home alone. So I've been basically living over there. I would say 60% of my time. So I'm like, I got to get this fucking Talking Tourneys up. Let me just find the end of the intro of the last episode, cut it, throw it on top of this file, post it, no problem. Not remembering that I did, in front of that intro, do a lot of talking on episode 27. So that's all still included. Just great stuff. What do we have coming up on the site though, Sam? Anything big? Anything good?
I don't think so. I don't think so. We've been busy.
Stuff's been going.
So that's pretty good. I wrote about what I want to get done this year on their website.
Oh yeah, that's
So-
something I didn't mention. That's what made me write what I wrote. My review.
I am almost done. Same. I am almost done with a review that you accepted months ago of Sabu's children's book, Sabu versus the Three Little Pigs. I have a final paragraph to write, and you'll be getting that like as soon as I'm finished with that paragraph. Lord knows when that'll happen.
There you go. That's gonna be up next week. I heard just now. They said
Hell yeah.
All right.
next Tuesday is what I heard. Right?
It's
Next Tuesday.
shit.
That's it.
Sounds great.
It's
I also
January. It's the
have
time of
a-
year where everyone says they're gonna write for the site. I'm pretty excited.
That's us, girls.
You
know
wanna know
us,
how many-
right?
You want to know people's? Everyone stopped asking about writing for this site a long time ago, Dan. It's just us. here.
No,
It's just us.
I've been turning people away.
Don't do that. Don't do that. We need more people writing for the site.
If you're listening to this,
You're
don't
listening to
even
this.
bother.
Be the change. Be the change. Otherwise,
I
I just
was-
gotta start hawking blogs out here trying to farm clicks. No one wants that.
I mean, you're doing a good job at it.
We'll see. You know what? I gotta get better. I gotta get better.
My review's doing okay. That feels a little cheating.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
Hmm.
But boxcars, bullets, and boxing gloves.
That always
still
does
up
well.
It's 90%
think if you-
China, but that's like good.
Yeah, if you expand out into the top 20, you're gonna get some Necro. I'm sure of it. Yep, Necro's still going strong. And then people
Oh,
love
I watched
Ken Shamrock
versus
versus
Joe
Don
Judge.
Fry. Oh,
It's fine. Joe Dredd.
Oh my
sorry,
God.
not Joe Judge. Not the Yankee baseball player. It's fine.
do you guys want to know about the Necro Joe Judge Joe Janela drama? You guys all up to date on that?
I am not.
I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Judge Joe Dredd, whatever his name is, did some kind of weird Instagram thing where he was like the devil, and I didn't really pay attention to it. He was calling out, John Wayne Murdoch and Alex Colon and like some of the bigger names in deathmatch, and then Joey Janela got mad and was like, "Sorry, your corny IG devil gimmick didn't create any positive buzz for yourself to get to the big leagues of the only style of professional wrestling that you know how to do and are very mediocre at. And now you're stuck doing 300 light tube matches in front of 30 fans, all while rolling around in glass for $150 for the rest of time until your CTE infested brain has had enough. This is what we call working yourself into a shoot. Enjoy your no-ring matches and after-show experiences of doing cocaine all night with a Necro Butcher in a Red Roof Inn. This is now your ceiling." Now, what happens there is it gets posted in a deathmatch group where a bunch of people talk about how fun it is to do cocaine with Necro, including the Hardcore Hillbilly, Jesse Daniels, and various other ex-BW workers.
I love this.
Veronica Kane came to his defense. It's just another chapter in the great deathmatch Facebook group wars, but
I love this. This is.
I mean, I bet doing coke with Necro is awesome.
as long as you're not a woman.
Yeah.
Shit.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, sorry, Sam. You think his past with women is not problematic? All right, moving on.
What's the big
The
time?
Hey,
world's least.
Hey, we're already doing better because on that CanCon episode 1, I think they said all Asian people look the same. So, like, we're already doing better than some of our podcast episodes on the site.
Hey, any of you all watch Welcome to Derry?
No, I love
No.
myself.
Yeah, I would never do that.
I'm hearing a lot of background noise. You guys hearing that?
Yeah, someone's not wearing a headset.
Oh, he muted himself. That's funny. Caught him. You know what's funny? My nephew has actually begged me to watch that show, and I keep going. I'll get to it.
It's not bad. I don't know. It sucks, but like it's fine.
Do you know what I started watching on accident? Because, like I said, I'm spending a lot of time with she's basically a grandma to me, and she watches mostly NCIS 24/7, which is not bad. Not bad. But one day, somehow, she set on the remote or something and put on Clipped, the miniseries about Donald Sterling and the Clippers. It wasn't terrible. The casting is insane, but wasn't terrible.
Oh, it's not a documentary.
No, it's like a Ed O'Neill plays Donald Sterling.
Oh, I'm not sleeping a wink tonight. And that sounds incredible. That's right up my alley.
She made me go back to NCIS after one episode, but I liked it, what I saw.
Sounds interesting. Sterling. Anyone watch a good TV show recently? Any good TV? It's coming back. It's coming back.
What's coming back?
The Pit.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
The Rookie's coming back. I watched that show. I unironically watch anything with Nathan Fillion. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
You know what? That's fair. You just got Dr. Horrible Sing-Along Blog play in the background 24/7 of your life. Dan, what's the big top? Fuck.
Oh, that wasn't the big top.
You know what? That might as well be the big top.
Why don't we get the Q&AR?
I've been drinking this fake Moscow Mule for a long time now. Let's get into our questions, because Dan kind of biffed it with a question asking earlier today.
How do you feel like I biffed it? How do you feel?
One, you kind of didn't. You didn't at here. You got at here. Everyone online needs to be notified that I'm asking questions, or I'm asking questions for questions.
I thought I wasn't supposed to notify people. I thought you got mad about that.
Well, just don't at everyone. Does it make a difference? Probably not. You gotta mute yourself when I'm talking. I'm loud, and I'm just coming through.
Do you remember when you thought every time I at everyone in the fantasy football Discord, you thought I was just telling all 300 people?
I was like, no one cares, Dan. There's 12 of us in here. And there was, in fact, 12 people being added, which was fair and understandable.
No, people have decided that the VP update section is just when all the discussions need to happen.
It's just fucking chaos. Let's get into it. We'll tackle this little by little as we get through this. We can go into the dialogue that transpires by the cesspool that is the Valiant People Discord. First question, numero uno. If there was questions before Dan asked for questions, they do not count.
Oh, I have them.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Go.
Oh, I don't have them that quickly. Okay. Oh, wait, I do actually. Oh, I do. Question this is from my end. Question for the pod. Was his name supposed to be read as My Kraken Bush? And I was just slow on the draw?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
That can't be right. I think it's legal name.
I will let you know. I've been waiting with bated breath to see Mike Quackenverse versus James Mason from Bulgaria, and this fucking promotion won't post it.
Oh. Let me get their email. I'm going to tell them that Moist Critical wants to see it, and I think that'll do the trick.
The idea that you think I haven't already reached out is crazy.
Did you say Moist
Add
Critical?
Moist Critical.
I did not say that. I didn't say that. Let's see. Next question.
I do want to clarify. Mike Quackenbush is not his given name. It's Mike Spillane. So it very well could be that we just...
You're ruining the fucking mirage here I've created for myself.
Next thing you're going to tell me that Silver Ant is Tracy Williams.
Hey, people are gonna be mad because that guy's already getting flown. He's already got a full fucking schedule in 2026, getting flown all over the world to teach people how to do silly little holds.
I mean, he has a highly successful YouTube channel.
He's got a Patreon, and he links to it. This is from Tim. Question for VP. This is from December 23rd. Question for VPR: is there going to be an episode this week? No.
Yes.
Well, not when he asked it.
Oh.
From Dokamo. Question for the pod: what do you think about Porik's Yogi Bear impression?
Fucking awful. Terrible.
You guys got a link to that?
No. Oh, this is from some real asshole. Question for the pod: do a cartoon impersonation. That's from Orchid.
Oh shit! I didn't know I was gonna be on the next episode. Damn. Yeah, we can skip that, right? Because I asked.
Yeah, we're skipping that.
Dan, what's your cartoon impression?
I don't know. I just want to hear you do Bix.
A beater. That's my Joe Swanson.
That was really good.
That was great.
I already wasn't going to do one. Now I'm definitely not following that.
What's the thing Bix would say? Something about ring boys?
It's always ring boys.
It's about ring boys.
I think I could probably do a good JFK from Clone High. Let me see if I can pull this out. Your open mouth kissing booth. I think you mean my open mouth kissing booth. That's the best I can come up with. That was fucking awful.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Porik says, this seems like a Pat question. Would Tanahashi versus Okada have been better if it was an ice ship match?
No.
Yes, it would have.
There you go.
Okay, this is a good question from Nick Yeoman. If the mayor of your hometown contacts you to say the council has decided they are definitely going to build a statue of you getting railed by a former NWA Men's World Champion, but they're willing to let you choose who's doing it, who are you choosing? No one's got any answers? Like, who's held this title? A couple people.
Yeah, we're looking it up.
Jeff
we're doing some
Jarrett?
research.
I don't know. I feel. Oh, I know my answer. Kahagas. It's the only way we're ever going to get a statue.
Did Kahagas win it?
Yeah, he held it for 134 days.
Where are you seeing this?
In the list of NWA World Champion reigns, he held it. He was the 87th World Champion. He was vacated, then he won it, then he lost it to Rob Conway.
Sorry. Okay. I don't know why I was spelling Kahagas KH. That will do it. I was like, what are you talking about?
For me, it's Tyrus. Like without
who's the hottest?
Yeah, you got to go back for the hottest, right? I mean, Luthez is on this list.
Sure. Oh, Ray Gonzalez. Yeah, I'll do it. Submitted. Ray Gonzalez.
Chris, did you answer?
Initially, I thought maybe Jarrett, but I'm going to go with Fujinami.
Okay. Now, if you wanted this plugged a lot, I feel like a Cody or Matt Cardona would love to visit. Like they'll put pictures or like videos of them visiting the statue on their YouTube, on their socials. Question for the pod from Tim: Hartley Jackson or Hartley Jacksoff? Probably the second one.
All the above.
Sure.
Depends on my mood.
There you go.
From Ducky, question for the pod: do you think Two Wolves or Prime Mike Tyson would have a better chance in a fight against each other?
Tyson.
Yeah, I think Tyson wins that.
Tyson.
I think you need at least 3 wolves.
Koro, question for the pod. This is going to be a tough one, and we're all about to be very embarrassed. Favorite Brinley Reece match?
It's so hard
Who?
to choose, you know?
Oh, Brinley Reece. Like, oh.
Whatever Pat
Yeah,
tells me.
My problem is I don't feel like I can even pull up her cage match because it's going to be against a bunch of other people I don't know. Yeah, probably one of these against Tatum Paxley.
I had always thought that I always thought, like, okay, so one of the jokes is I was really looking forward to Pat's article on Brinley Reece because I thought it was Ren Sinclair that he was writing about. So I'm going to answer what my favorite Ren Sinclair match was, which was they had that 4-way match where it was like after you got pinned or something, you went into a penalty box, and she was like in the penalty box for like it was a 20-minute match, 20-minute time limit match. I think this was when like Gulia and Stephanie Valquera were debuting, and they had Ren Sinclair in the penalty box for like instead of like just covering her in-ring workup, they just like put her in a box for like 17 minutes of the 20 minutes of the match. So that's my answer. That's my favorite Brinley Reece match.
Hell yeah.
The Iron Survivor match is what that's called.
I'm so sorry, Chris. I know you're deeply hurt by my lack of knowledge on that one.
Yeah, I'm a huge Zarya fan. And Sol Ruka. Those are my
I quite
girls.
do like Sol Ruka. I do quite like Sol Ruka. Like I don't think she's talented. Just she's fun to watch be bad.
She is like of the NXT women, she actually is like one of the more fun people to watch.
All right. Marilyn asked, if Dan Rice were a type of rice, what kind of rice would it be?
White rice.
Racist.
Sticky mango.
Okay. Sam?
Sorry, basmati.
I just bought a big old bag of basmati rice today.
See, I knew it.
That's fucking nuts, man.
Adam, red rice.
I was briefly known as Dan Fried Rice at a past job.
Sure.
There's that. Pat or PTO of VPR fame. Question for VPR. If you had to make a human centipede out of Hiroshi Tanahashi, Katsuyori Shibata, and Shinsuke Nakamura, what order would they be in? Thank you. Very easy answer for me. I want Tanahashi in the front, Nakamura in the back, Shibata in the middle.
That's how it goes. Especially Tanahashi needs to be at the front.
He's got to be in the front.
What I mean, why does he need to be in the front?
I'm getting like shit in his hair from like you gotta protect the beautiful
there's
mane.
there's a suction there, so like it doesn't get in the hair. That's like the point of it.
It's just like you're only going to see really one of their faces. What face do you want to see? And I want to see Tanahashi's face.
Okay, that's okay.
true.
Okay.
I want to see Tanahashi's face and Nakamura's ass, and that's the best way to do it. Pretty
But
obvious.
just to be clear, you're sewing the mouth shut around the asshole. So
Well, no, but
there's
Nakamura's in the back, so I'm seeing his full ass when they crawl around.
Perfect.
Do
I
they have
understand how this
pants
works,
on?
Sam. You don't need to explain it to me. Not in my
Y'all
version.
guys
they don't.
watch Human Centipede? Come on.
I mean, when it came out, it's been that long.
No, half the people in our Discord weren't born yet.
You know what? I did not like Human Centipede 2. I thought it was pretty bad.
Way too derivative.
Let's see. I think this is my last. No, I got 2 more questions from before today. They're poor. Question for the pod. Kenny Omega ?
Yeah.
Yeah, every day of the week.
I mean, as far as I know.
Cool.
And this is a really good one from Cole. Question for VPR. After having to scroll through all this Kenny Omega chat, are you considering putting every member of the Discord in one giant human centipede?
Yes.
Yes, but that's going to take way longer to order.
I just couldn't figure out what was going on.
All right. Do you know where we are from there, Sam?
I stopped paying attention, thinking that you didn't need me.
I don't think I do. I can pull it. I had that was a separate file. I took screenshots.
You
of
had a
those.
separate file?
I took screenshots of those. Man, I take this shit seriously.
That's so sweet. I was gonna do that for you, but I knew you were gonna be on top of it.
All right,
Great
I can
work.
just pick up from my last. My
Okay,
actual
that'll probably work.
We'll probably miss a bunch, but like if you try to get a question in before I ask, then fucking. Mondo, since we were talking about fashion slightly earlier, what wrestler do you think has the best and worst fashion sense?
In ring or out of ring?
Either.
I always loved Matt Taven's jeans. I don't necessarily think they're good, but they excite me in ways that I like to be excited as a woman.
Cool. Sure.
Does not answer the question at all, but
So just maybe wrestlers just have bad fashion, and we should accept that.
Yeah, that's probably the real answer.
Or the real answer. Like I want to say Soberano, but that's just because he's hot. So it's like,
Yeah, the fashion is he's got a great body.
and he knows how to use it. So like, is that? What is that? What is that? Honestly, MJF may have the worst fashion. I'm just
that feels really fair.
I'm just looking at this clip of him tonight. And I'm like,
Definitely
scarves.
the worst fashion of someone who doesn't know they have the worst fashion.
Yeah, absolutely,
Or
absolutely.
like I feel like like I don't know why I'm picking on him again, but I feel like DJ Hyde knows like a piece of shit.
Sure, that's
But like, I
fair.
don't think MJF does.
DJ thinks he's got that shit on.
Sammy
That
Callahan
shit-
underrated.
That shit for DJ Hyde is a cutoff with a mustard stain in the middle.
Sure.
Sammy Callahan is a good shout for worst. He has
And best, I think. A little both.
He has had some insane looks throughout his career.
Okay,
But currently he looks great, right?
Yeah, he looks better than he's ever looked right now.
That's basically how I dress.
All right, Takesy. Which wrestler would you dress in Sonata's drip?
Sonata.
There you go. That's a perfect answer.
I don't know. I think Marco Stunt.
Selling cars in the Sonata drip.
Yeah.
Jack Evans.
Awesome all around. All right. Dokomoi. Question for the pod: which company has the most cool wrestlers? You know what? I'm gonna say it. I think it's AEW.
AEW?
AEW.
Oh.
AEW. Mistakenly said that.
I
That
thought that
is
was
funny.
a crazy
That's a good option.
answer.
AIW, actually. Chuck Stone counts for 20 cool wrestlers. Ring it up.
I hate to answer this question with a question. Are there cool wrestlers?
That's a great point. Now that's a good point.
Because the next part of his question is, which has the most dorks? And that's easy. That's TNA to me.
Sure.
Yeah, if you're
Oh,
working
man.
TNA, you're a fucking mark.
Steve Macklin saying, not many people
Oh
know
my
this,
god.
but if CM Punk was going to sign here, I was going to be his first program. pretty cool stuff.
Wow. And he believes that.
Yeah. He posts that obviously months after the fact. Like, this is recent that he tweeted that, I believe. And he was just like, let me tell you, even though he's been not available for like a year, this is what could have
I
been.
mean, it's still time though, right? Like, I mean, they could always do a crossover show of some sort, like in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, Macklin, that's gonna make the dollars.
I'm surprised that that none of those princes have requested Macklin yet.
Yeah, he's probably just too busy.
All right, next question. Simon, what Sonata entrance attire do you think you could pull off? I don't look at Sonata's entrance gear. Who am I?
I could pull off all of them. I'll wear the mesh tank top, the big shoes.
Now, am I making up? Didn't he used to wear like fake muscles?
For a brief period, yes.
I can pull that off for sure.
I think I could pull off the dyed blonde beard one. I have a couple of dresses that would go really well with that.
Legendary era of Sonata.
All right, moving on. Pat, question for VPR. How would you book the Major League Wrestling debut of Brianna Ruggiero?
That's Brinley Reece, as we all know. And I'd have her going over Nakajima in 2 minutes flat.
Hell yeah.
Wrap her up.
So we are doing the first ever women's battle riot. And you know how like they did that Rumble where it was just for like the first 15 entrants, it was just Brock eliminating people one by one. That's the entire match. Is Brianna Ruggiero beating all of the Tokyo Joshi Pro women. They bring in the Sea Stars. I'm sure there are other women that work MLW. But she's going over all of them in a battle riot.
Fuck yeah.
Feels like the correct answer. That feels like the correct answer. I guess, like, unless she's squashing Mad Guy Kruger, you know? Anyway, moving on. Dokomoy, question for the pod. Are you team Nimrod or team Abraham?
I don't know what that means.
I don't understand the question.
Read the Bible.
You're always telling me that.
Max. Question for the pod. Favorite song out of Nimrod by Green Day?
Time of your life.
No. Probably Hitching a Ride.
It's the safe answer. Yeah, probably the same.
It's definitely not Time of Your Life, though. Where are we,
Yeah,
graduating high school?
I am. Yeah.
I almost
so
want to say
that's the one.
I almost want to say Jar, but like I think that's like I think that was like an extended release. But like to me that feels like the right answer. Like post Yuki, that's the only song that really matters to me.
Right. Dixie. Question for the pod. Which Bravo TV show is the best?
Top Chef.
Oh, now that's a great point. No, that is the answer. People want like Real Housewives bullshit or Vanderpump Rule. This is the answer. Yeah, Top Chef.
I am so old. I dated somebody who worked on the production set of the second season of Real Housewives of New Jersey, which was appointment viewing for me at that particular period of my life. So I'm gonna have to go with that answer. Nothing like a Porsche fashion show.
Chris, you got any Bravo shows?
No, I've never. Like, I've watched a little bit of Top Chef, but I've never seen a ton of Bravo. Never seen. Like, maybe original Queer Eye.
I'll tell you my least favorite Bravo show. Vanderpump Rules.
Haven't
You guys
seen
wanna
an
know why?
episode, but I agree with you. Well, go, yeah.
Because people will abbreviate it VPR.
Fuck
There was
that.
one time I logged on to Twitter and I was like, holy shit, what people are talking about VPR?
Should do a crossover episode.
We
Get some of
should.
the- Get the pump.
All right. Question for the pod from Orchid. Why don't we have a VPR questions for the pod channel?
I mean, first you're on 2 episodes in a row. Now you're having good ideas. I'm getting pissed.
I'm so sorry to be replacing you in that regard.
Oh, welcome to the gang.
I'm gonna end up having a lot of responsibilities now, aren't I? Fuck, I
Oh
always
yeah,
do that.
absolutely. You are now the most important. You are in charge of coming up with every big top from now on.
All right. Next question. Tim, question for pod. What would you have to complain about? There we go.
A lot.
There we
Yeah,
go.
we would, even if we did questions for the pod channel, we would find so many things to complain about.
That's the truth.
People also are they're gonna answer those questions. They're gonna discuss. I know these people.
We're too welcoming of a community, just generally speaking. It needs to be less of a safe place.
I've been saying that from the beginning. Less inclusive.
We know. Old misogynist over here. It doesn't like women's.
Oh my god, I watched a women's wrestling match and it was not good, and I specifically didn't talk about it because I'm an ally.
Well, that's true. You did actually say a complimentary thing about a women's wrestling match on this episode. You went out of your way to say, "Yeah, oh wow, shouts to you, feminist."
Oh my god,
Gloria Steinem.
what was it? I wrote something down and Rina Yamashita versus Saruga. People like that match. That match was dookie.
That was really bad. I saw that too. That was really fucking bad.
All right. Next question. Cole, question for the pod. Which member of the House of Torture would you most like to smoke a stick with? Stick means cigar for those who aren't in the know.
God, he's fucking
Dick Togo.
cool.
I have a two-pronged answer here. If I'm not sitting in the person's lap, it's absolutely Dick Togo. There's no question whatsoever. If I'm sitting in their lap, it's Don Fale, and I'm not getting up.
Okay. I don't know why Sam said Chase Owens. That seems weird to me, but yeah, I'll probably do Dick Togo. That's probably the right answer.
I would love to smoke a stick with Dick Togo.
Man, House of Torture has a 1.53. People need to calm down.
They've never seen heel work before.
Holy shit, that's so low. That makes me like them.
They're beast.
I mean, they're not that bad.
All right. Next question. Ty. Question for the pod. Where do you get Ric Flair to do a drunk cameo for me? Also, how big is Petite's dick? The wrestling world needs to know. What the fuck are we doing?
I don't know that we can afford a Ric Flair cameo.
We
I
can.
looked it up. It's 500. Yeah, I looked it up. I'm a big cameo person. One time, me and my wife had like a leak in our house, and we were like renting a like a trailer. I live in Austin, so it's like a trailer with like a hot tub attached to it. And we were in there. I was like a little gone off the gas station, marijuana beverage. And I just decided I am going to like pay a rush job for Christopher Daniels cameo. I'm gonna like make him give me one in the next 5 minutes. And I made him give her a pep talk. I think it was. No, it was a birthday. It was a birthday wish, and I like lied to him. I was like, "Yeah, she's been a fan of yours for like decades." Not accurate at all. And so he was like being like, "Wow, you've been watching me since since Joe and AJ. That's a long time." And if it was like so happy birthday. I know if Scorp and Frankie, they'd say happy birthday to you too. My wife was like, "What the fuck do you spend money on?" I just got her one from Chris Statlander. That was really fun.
I got my sister a cameo from a teen mom, and my sister's name is Tesha, and so I wrote like say blah 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 blah. Her name is Tesha, like Kesha, but with a T, and so she said, "Happy birthday, Tesha," like Kesha, but with a T. And I was like, I don't. She knows how to pronounce it. I was helping you out.
I do want to read really quickly one of the most recent reviews on Ric Flair's cameo page. Like, I feel like I want to, like pay tribute to Pat since I'm in here for his place. This is an anonymous review from November 26, 2025. Yo, I paid $600 for Rick to sit in a restaurant, blasted out of his mind, and say my dad's name wrong. I paid for him to say Merry Christmas to my father, Buff. He called him Barf and just read the instructions word for word. I am super disappointed I spent money on this. I would have got someone who actually puts the effort in for $600 to a regular person. That's a lot of money. I'm not going to give a Christmas video to my father with his hero calling him Barf.
Well, your dad's hero shouldn't be Ric Flair. Let's start right there. Okay, Barf.
I would be so happy. I would be so happy if this happened to me.
I love it because the cameo I'm talking about costs $15, and these people are paying $600.
600.
That's fucking
It's
nuts.
a lot of mugs. It's a lot of mugs. It's a lot of mugs. Buy more mugs, and we could get you as many Ric Flair cameos as you want.
If Ric Flair did a cameo for me and he said my name right, I would be pissed.
What if he was like completely sober and just like steady as like happy birthday, Chris?
Oh, I would be livid.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah, if he's not shitting his pants, I'm disappointed.
Oh, he is.
Are you ready for the next question?
Yeah, let's do it.
Eamon. Question with Pod. What's your favorite Hiroshi Tanahashi match?
AJ match is probably like what I would go to first.
Like the Naito Dome match. I don't know what year that is.
I just rewatched it. I like 2014. Shibata beats him in the G1, and then they do a follow-up match at Destruction and Kobe. I think I might be wrong on that one. A couple months later. Both of those are really fucking killer.
2017 is the Naito match I like. There's also I want to be. Yeah.
That is a great match. That is one of my favorite Tanahashis as well. I think like my favorite Tanahashi opponents other than like AJ, like Naito, I think like even in the like later years, Zach is usually getting good matches out of him. I mean, plenty of the Okada matches are good. I think the 2016 Dome one would, like, before this new one, that would maybe be my top one for Okada matches. I do really like that Evil match from last year quite a bit.
I think, like, if you ask me this question in 5 years, I think I'm gonna end up saying the retirement match. To be entirely honest with you, I think Steph said that might be match of the decade contender, and I think I completely agree with that. So I feel like yeah, 5 years from now, probably it's a cheap answer, but I feel like that's probably what I'm gonna end up saying.
Yeah, it's hard to like gauge it from just it happened a few days ago. Like I said earlier, that is probably the best Okada Tanahashi match, but like, yeah, I think we're going to like gotta at least give it a few months before really coronating it. But yeah, that will be up there.
Sam, you have any favorite Tanahashi matches?
No, kind of sucks, right? Like, no one actually likes Tanahashi. It's like a fake fucking fan thing.
I mean, what, like, you don't like there's not like you don't like a Giant Bernard match or against Kanemoto or?
Nah, it just kind of sucks, you know?
All right,
Just
all
kind of
right,
like
all right.
shitty.
Okay.
All right. Last question from Shrimp Biscuit 420. Question for the pod. Hey, friends, what's up?
I'm chilling. How are you?
Yeah, just like doing a podcast, man.
Podcast. Pretty good. Pretty good. Orchid, any last notes here for this question?
Love you, Shrimp.
See? There you go.
That's Q&A.
Another rousing Q&AR from all of us here at 5 People Radio. Any last words before we hang it up for this evening?
So we have next week is a normal week.
Correct.
And then the week after that, we're doing an award show that we maybe have or have not announced.
Correct.
Okay. So if you made it all the way to the end and we had announced it, there you go. There's a little tidbit.
Little info for you, our listeners.
Go to the Patreon to hear it.
I already know Sam's gonna make me mad.
He already made me mad already.
Any of the 5 things
tonight.
I said tonight? All right. Well, we'll be here next week. See you then.